And I think one of our big arguments for wanting to have a second referendum is we like to say, oh well, leave was a really unclear question, now we have something solid on the table, people should vote again. And I think the biggest problem is a lot of leavers think that Remain was very undefined then. They weren't sure whether it was a status quo on our deal, they weren't sure whether it meant we were going to join the euro, they weren't sure whether it meant we were committing to a United States of Europe. And in the next 3 or 4 months, we've actually got to find a counter-argument and say why Remain is any more certain than our charge against Leave being uncertain as well. I don't know how to think of
that. I don't accept that the Remain proposition was uncertain at all, actually, last time, because we know what Remain is, because we're in the organisation at the moment. David Cameron's deal, whatever you thought about it, was defined, and it was there. He presented it, it was written on paper, and because of the commitments which had already been given, there was an undertaking that any further European integration, including membership of the euro, would be subject to subsequent referendums. Yeah. So I think it's very important we don't beat ourselves up into thinking somehow we're equivalent to the other side. Let's be clear, we told the truth, they told lies. We had a firm proposition, they had a set of unicorns. We had a belt and braces proposition for what would happen with further integration. They had, and still have, no answers to what is going to happen to our long-term relationship. Theresa May's deal, all 570 pages, that Dominic was talking about it, only cover the period up to the end of the transition agreement. We do not know, this is blindfold. We do not know what will happen after, except in one respect, which is the Irish backstop. And the reason why you have to have this thing called the Irish backstop is because it's a backstop against an eventuality in terms of what will happen to our long-term relationship with the EU, which is totally undefined at the moment. If it was defined, we would know whether we needed a backstop or not. So I don't actually accept that point. I think the situation, and it's very important, we don't get into the mindset of thinking it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I don't take that view at all. And I think it's partly because we were too accommodating of those opinions that we lost the referendum. We need to be absolutely hard, and let's be clear also, this goes to the roots of the problem with the BBC. The fundamental problem with the BBC is it did not interpret its job as the impartial state broadcaster to call out lies and have a debate between options which were truthful. What it did, which it needs to learn from, and is a big part of this next referendum, what it did was to give equal time to both sides, whatever they chose to say. So when we had the 350 million for the NHS, and the 7 million Turks imminently invading, and our cake and eat it with every trade deal going, they were given their 3 minutes, and then the Institute for Fiscal Studies, professors from Oxford University, and all of those, who of course were then damned as experts, were given exactly the same time to refute it. And the BBC said that that was being impartial. Have I given a big
I come back on that really briefly. So I think the commitment, the alleged commitment that there would be no further integration wasn't very tenable. And I think the reason for that is you have to remember only about 10 or 11 years before the referendum, you'd had a Labour government which had committed to a constitution, which had committed to a referendum on the European constitution. Then when Lisbon went through, which was basically a sort of European constitution in all but name, they reneged from that promise. We can't argue that there was any credibility to that promise in 2016 because the government effectively gone back on it in the previous 10 or 11 years.
Well, I didn't actually meet many people who said that one of the reasons they were voting Leave was because of the absence of a referendum on the Lisbon Treaty 10 years before. So it
feeds into the lack of credibility from the Remain side. It leaves an impression.
Yeah, I think we're probably just disagreeing on this one. Yeah.
So I think I would agree that there is a sort of what does Remain mean, and I think part of that is the lack of sort of citizenship, just understanding what it means to be a member of the European Union from a school age level upwards, that leads to a national sort of what does it mean to be in the EU, which is kind of actually different from what's happened on a national political level. It is much more to do with what our own education system. That's not something we can fix in 10 years. That is something we implement as a long-term policy. But I think that if it were to come to another people's vote, our job is not to say that this is the future of the EU for the next 50 years. That is an impossible task, and we've got to outline that it is such. Our job is to be more certain than Leave. I think I agree completely that Remain can be quite vacuous, and I think that was a problem that we had statistics like after the morning of the referendum result, we had like an upsurge in Google searches saying what is the EU. I think we've got to compare ourselves directly to Leave in the second campaign, and we've got to say whatever it is, we are more certain than them. We know this much more than them. This is what we've got, and they don't. Rather than trying to build our own case in a vacuum.
So I was lectured yesterday by the historian Robert Sanders, who's written a really, really good book about the 1975 campaign called Yes to Europe, but you should absolutely all go and buy. I've not been able to go and buy the camera and plug your book there. And one of the really interesting things that he talked about was about how during the 1975 referendum, the Yes to Europe campaign emphasised how we would be leading Europe. And there were some there's really interesting examples about how the Daily Mail talked about how we must make the European Union a new British Empire. Not being very good British and potentially setting up a unrealistic promise, but I think there was a real emphasis on the power of leadership that we would have within the EU. And that's absolutely something that Cameron's government totally failed actually in foreign nations about the EU, who is gaining a short-term political capital with the Daily Mail by complaining that the EU had banned something. Theresa May talking about cats affecting deportations and things. So I think that when it comes to the second referendum, what we absolutely need to be saying is that these are the powers we have in the European Union. We can veto Turkey joining, we can veto an EU army, which are the two things that really cut through in terms of the future direction of the EU. And also we should emphasise how we are a big play. We are an important voice on the table. We can forge alliances with other countries in Europe to actually get the right outcome. So I think talking about how we can lead Europe is, I think, another failure of the Remain campaign, something we really need to be talking about next time.
We're starting to lose our audience. We've got 10 minutes left, and I'm looking